go ahead and get this thing rolling. Listen, I want to welcome everybody out here today. I want to give a couple minutes to allow people to jump on. Looks like we have a great group here. So first of all, I want to say welcome. I know it's been a little bit of time here, a lot of bit of time since we've had a chance to connect. So I'm really excited to be here today to tell you everything you need to know about GCN, what's going on, what has changed, what is going to change, what it means to you. But, I want to take just a second here to kind of address everybody before I even get into the PowerPoint presentation and things like that. Since I guess March, right? March, we've had craziness that's gone on, not only in this country where I'm at, but worldwide. So much so that, it's hit really, really close to home, closer than I can even tell you, as far as things that have been going on. And it's been challenging, right? In a lot of different ways, there's a lot of uncertainty out there. But, what I do know is this: in the time of any crisis, there's also the time of opportunity. And, you got to be willing to be in front of it. You got to, go the direction that makes sense for, whatever project that you're doing, and make sure that you have complete faith and clarity in where you're going. And that's what I've been working on. I know that many of you have reached out to me, especially over the last few weeks, trying to get me. I've been really hard to get a hold of. There's multiple reasons. Number one, I wanted to get in the lab, so to speak, and really find the clarity that I needed to make sure that we can move forward with GCN in a way that was going to make sense for everybody, right? In a way that we can have this fun and entertainment company for years to come, not be so short-sighted with where we're going. And the only way to do that was to make sure that we adapted. So what I'm going to do here today is I do have a PowerPoint presentation I'm going to show you, but before I got into that, I want to come out and say hello to everybody. It's great to see everybody out here. A lot of familiar faces that I'm excited to see. And I want to remind everybody that what this company was really built on, the direction that we went was the excitement of sports and entertainment. And it still holds true today. And we're going to talk about some of those things. But we're also going to talk about the direction we need to go right now to make sure that we can provide something for you and your family to help you today, right? Not help you from 5 years from now, but help you today. That's what we're going to be talking about. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my PowerPoint presentation. You guys know I oftentimes have challenges with this. I've gotten a little bit better, but I want to make sure, can everybody just give me a number one? If you have your video up, just give me a number. Okay, I got a thumbs up there. Who was that? Well, thank you very much for giving me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. So, welcome to the presentation. As I said, I know that everybody has been waiting, right? And waiting, and me too, by the way. If I had to pick one thing that, I get excited about in life, it's generally sports, truthfully. Whether it be playing, watching, participating, coaching, that is one thing that I've always had. My mom definitely thought that I was going to be a coach, and I do coach, by the way. But at the same time, she thought that was going to be my actual living. Unfortunately, sometimes that doesn't pay as good as you want unless you devote your whole life to it. But, I'm excited here because I feel like a big portion of, the last 5 months have been just kind of missed in a lot of ways. And, it's not just affected GCN, it's affected all of us in so many different aspects. I keep saying that I know some type of videos or some movie is going to be made on the different way that people were affected during this pandemic and what exactly happened. And, one of the biggest areas was obviously sports and gaming and wagering and all those things, and the people that are involved in it, all the way from the handicappers to the dealers at the casinos to the people just like us who were just trying to make a business work. So with that being said, I do want to welcome you here. I'm excited because what I believe you're going to see here today is something that some of you, it will really resonate with. Some of you are going to absolutely love it. Guess what? Some of you are already gone, right? You might have came out here to check this out, but you're already gone. And the truth is this, we all had to find different ways to create income for our families during these challenging times, during this time that we've been off, okay? But as I've said from the beginning, this was not ever considered a short-term plan for me. This was considered something that could bring value to people's lives for a long time. It just happens to be a lot of fun on top of that. So let's get into this and let's talk about some of these things. Number one, obviously, this is what I've been talking about. We know that the world has changed right before our eyes, right? Like my sister, she works for Walmart because I'm from the home of Walmart. Everyone works for Walmart for the most part in one way or another up there. She's working from home indefinitely, right? I mean, who would have ever thought that people at the Walmart home office would be working from home, the largest retailer in the world? I only say that because there's so many different things that have changed that have now become the new normal. And, in order for GCN to stay where we are, or actually move forward, that would be a better way to put it. We definitely don't want to stay where we've been. To be able to move forward, we have to make some changes that make sense to the direction of our business and the way that the market has moved as well. Things are just not like they were when we very first started this company, which, by the way, it was July 30th, over a year ago. So we're over a year old. I know that we missed a good part of that year. But let's talk about what we know definitely works with GCN, and then we're going to talk about what I know doesn't work, okay? And some of these things, you guys are going to be like, no kidding. And some of them, when we get into the things that don't work, I'm sure some of you are going to be offended a little bit, but it's okay, because the reality is this. I'm going to shoot it just like I always do to you, okay? I'm just going to throw it out there and shoot it straight, and some of you like it, some of you don't, and that's okay. Not everybody has to follow what we do here, okay? But what I do know is I have complete clarity on where we're going, and I hope it makes sense to you. So what do we know works? Well, number one, we know our handicappers are pretty much second to none. I've had a lot of people contact me, a lot of different handicappers, and there's some really cool stuff out there, right? We're not the only game in town. I know that. But what I do know is our handicappers overall have done over 62%. On our games of the week, they did over 74%. Those are phenomenal numbers. I don't care what you look at, what handicapper you look at, those are phenomenal numbers. And it's a great way for you to be able to create some income, right? We know that our strategy in wagering, if done right, if people can stick to the strategies that we have in place, it can be a great way for you to create income. There's no doubt about it. There's a reason why we put those picks out there every single day. We're hoping that people would actually lock into that and actually be able to use some of those picks to create a secondary income. So oftentimes you hear people talk about how they don't want to recruit, they don't want to build a business, but many of you had something right in front of you this entire time that you didn't take advantage of. For one reason or another, you didn't do it. You just relied on the building of the business, right? Or sitting there and hoping that it built, one of the two, right? Now, the auctions, we know that the auctions work. They create a lot of energy. There's a lot of fun. Obviously, there has to be a lot of participation. We're going to talk about some of those things coming up here in a second. I believe this. I think the community that we created here at GCN was so much fun. I mean, for any of you who attended any of our live events, just as well as I do that this was such a cool family to be part of, and still is. And of course, just like every family, people drift away, they come back, we can reunite, we can get excited about it. And, if you guys have ever had one of those friendships that, you don't see someone for 10 years, you see them at a ball game or you see them at the store, and all of a sudden y'all pick right back up where you left off. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. That's truly the way that I feel with the people that are inside of our companies. The leaders and the friendships that I've been able to create have been phenomenal. And I know that from some perspectives, you guys might think that I've let you down a little bit, right? In some areas, maybe I've overachieved, but in other areas, hey, I've let people down. I've had people call me over the last few weeks. I've been tied up. I've been trying to get this thing done. I didn't want any distractions whatsoever. And I had some stuff in my personal life as well that I'm not going to get into. But the bottom line is this, we've created an amazing community. Our live events, as I mentioned, if you didn't attend any of our live events, you really missed out. But that's okay. We're going to have more in the future. And, what I know from our live events is we had a phenomenal, well, hold on here. We got somebody marking on my page here. Give me just a second. Let me make sure that no one can mark on my page there. All right, there we go. There we go. I got someone marking on my page. All right, there we go. So I'm back. So listen, the live events, if you didn't have a chance to attend, they were absolutely phenomenal, no doubt about it. How about the GOWs? I mean, I think we can all agree, that the games of the weeks were and are and will be phenomenal. I mean, it's a lot of excitement to have a lot of people rooting for the same exact team, rooting for all the same things that we're trying to achieve and getting there. And again, I keep going back to these live events, but you had to have been there. We had many different games of the weeks that took place during our live events. And it was crazy to see all the people watching the games, the excitement that was around it, people cheering. It just created a really cool environment and a lot of fun. And as I said, I mean, I think that there's not a better company out there to create fun and entertainment. But let's talk about the things that we know don't work, okay? And again, this is one of those sections that some of you might be offended, and that's okay, okay? But I'm gonna still tell it to you like it is, okay? Whether you like it or not, I'm gonna put it out there. What we know doesn't work, not just in GCN, but any company out there. I mean, just take a look around. People that are expecting to get paid with no activity. Okay. I think it should be pretty self-explanatory why that doesn't work. But I'm going to go ahead and take the time to do it again. Number one, with GCN, never once has it come out of my mouth that we are an investment, that you can put your money here and invest and, just receive some type of rate of return. Those words have never come out of my mouth. In fact, just the opposite have come out of my mouth, saying that, hey, it does require activity, that this is not an investment, that there is no guaranteed rate of return at all, right? I've said that many, 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 many different times. Now, I know that many of you out there, okay, in the order to be able to sell this opportunity to earn more income for yourself, maybe you created this narrative on your own of what we were and what we're not, and that's what was sold. That's not on me, okay, because I've told you from day one what we are, and I've also told you from day one what we're not. Now, another thing that can't work is relying on a company to comp accounts just because you're a leader. I had so many people, over the last year that came to me wanting a comp with promises that they are going to produce, right? And not just promises that they're going to produce, but they wanted to be able to earn, whether it be on the cab bonus, on anything like that, without being able to pay for their account. Those things do not work. They work short term, right? You can bring some people in, you can get people excited, but in the end, it never ever works out when you start giving stuff away. That's just the way it is. You don't go into Walmart or you don't go into a car dealer and say, hey, give me this car. Let me see what I can do. Maybe I can get out there and sell some cars for you and earn some income and pay it back. It makes no sense in business, and it's just not the way business should be handled. Working from a deficit due to free accounts being given away before I even arrived. Some of you paid attention to this, some of you didn't pay attention to this, but I talked about this many, many different times. When I came into the fold and I started, sports trading BTC back in the day, I know we changed the name to Global Credits Network. We were operating from a huge deficit that wasn't created by me, but I still inherited that deficit, okay? And with that deficit came funds that were being paid out on a regular basis to people that put no money in to the company, right? They didn't purchase a package. They didn't purchase anything. And, there's some of you out there today will say, hey, how's that my fault? It's not your fault. I'm not saying that. But in addition to that, even though I have to take responsibility for that, you have to understand that being able to maintain consistency on commissions, the payments that are going out, it's impossible really to do that with a deficit that's out there, okay? Especially the type of deficit that we had. And, I threw some of those numbers out there to you guys a while back. I'm not going to get into all that again, but what we know is it was 8 figures or more of deficits that were out there that we were having to pay commissions on, pay cabs on, and things like that from people that just simply didn't pay for their account. So we know that business model doesn't work. In fact, if you look at any other business out there, I see right now people that are a part of these companies that you've got owners or you got people behind it that are offering deals out there, right? You can come and we're just going to give you a Bitcoin. You can start with this. We're going to give you an account. We're just going to pay you on it every single day. Trust me, those companies will be gone just as soon as they get here. What we also know doesn't work is this: manipulating the comp plan, stacking accounts. Now, look, the reason why people did that is because they wanted to create the mindset or the ability that people could come in here and do nothing and still be able to earn. It didn't matter how many calls that I had that said that wasn't the case, that's not the way we operated. What happened is people tried to get clever, right? People started stacking accounts. So people sign up 20 different accounts for themselves in order to be able to create some cab bonus, right? To get paid where they feel like they don't have to do anything. They can just sit there and let it pile up. Now, what they did is they went and they shared this with other people. So then you have multiple people that have multiple accounts. Now, since we don't do KYC, since we're incorporated in the British Virgin Islands rather than the US, since we don't do 1099s or anything like that, it allowed people to manipulate the system, right? And with that manipulation, cause people to stack their accounts. So why do people stack accounts? Well, they stacked them, number one, to be able to get a cab bonus without doing anything. And number two, to try to earn multiple times on the binary, right? So they were trying to manipulate the system as much as they possibly could to be able to earn from it from not doing anything. We know those things don't work. And for anyone who's sitting here today and you don't believe that, just take a look around, folks. I mean, every single not every single leader out there, but the majority of the leaders, you know what I'm talking about, right? And I'm talking directly to you because that was part of the issue. That's part of the problems that is going on there. Now, the last thing is this, and this is what I started with, introducing GCN as an investment rather than a business. If you did that, again, that's on you. You've never heard it come out of my mouth. I would never say that because, listen, I'm not trying to go to jail or anything like that, right? We're not offering any type of investment here. We've never done that. What we offered was an opportunity to participate in a sports wagering platform, right? And that's exactly what it was. But you had to purchase the products. You have to build the business in order to be able to earn. It's not a sit here and wait and hope that it shows up and just expect payments for nothing. Now, again, I know some of you right now, like, you don't like what I'm saying. And I'm going to be straight with you. I don't really care, because the bottom line is this: it is irrelevant whether you like it or not. The reality is these things right here that I'm telling you, they do not work in any business whatsoever. They do not work, period. Okay. So we can move on from this, but I definitely know I had to take the time to address this because I want to let you know, not just where we're going, but why are we going this way? Where have we been that's caused us to get to the point where we have to shoot in the direction that we want? Well, there's multiple reasons. Obviously, the pandemic that's happened, the sports industry that absolutely crashed for months, the change in the sports industry, the change in everything has driven us to this point, along with the activities and the actions that happened to us previously. Okay. So that's what takes us into the next generation of what we're doing. So, what I am excited about here today, though, and what I really want to talk about is where we're going. Okay. Where we've been there. We can't change the past. We can't alter it. Right. So all we can do now is we can focus on where we want to go and figure out what exactly that looks like, how that can benefit you and your family, and what is it going to be. There's going to be some of you here today that this is not going to be for you. I'll straight tell you right away, it's not going to be for you. The people that want to come and sit and wait and do nothing and just earn, this will not be for you. Okay. So you're welcome to watch it, or you're welcome to log off. And I know that sounds really abrasive. I'm not trying to be abrasive. I just want to be straight with y'all. Okay. I don't want there to be any, wishy-washy gray areas with us, so we can get through this together and create this amazing thing. So what is it that we're improving on? What are we actually introducing here today? Well, what I'm going to introduce you to is a plan that I know has longevity, right? That I know can last for the long term without anybody being hurt whatsoever. A company that has transparency, right? Where you can actually see what's going on all the way from the transactions that are happening to the games that are happening, all those different things. I want you to have transparency. I want there to be affordability. So, regardless of where you want to do business at, I want to give you that chance to do it. Now, we may not be as affordable as some places, but for the value that people are going to receive, there will definitely be affordability there. And most importantly, I want to get back to the point where we are having fun and entertainment every single day. Where we have our GOWs, where we have our auctions, where we have those things that really put us on the map to begin with. Those are the places that we want to go. So in order to do that, let's get this thing started. I want to introduce you to the new GCN. Okay. Number one, with the new GCN, we have new packages that we are going to be creating in US dollars. Okay. Now, even though that the pricing will be in US dollars, everything will still be in Bitcoin. Okay. So everything that you see is in US dollars, but payments, commission payments, everything will be in Bitcoin. Okay. So don't worry about that. We would never, me personally, to go back to fiat at this point would make no sense whatsoever, because you're dealing with credit cards and everything like that. However, Bitcoin is poised here to go up in value, right? We know that it's going to go up in value most likely. And if it does, we don't want our packages to get so far out of whack that, it doesn't even make sense to do business with us. So the way that we've done this is we've designed it so that it will always be $50 for our first package here. Okay. So you can see our very first starting package is going to be $50, and it's going to go up and up and up all the way to 25,000 being the very top. Now you can see that we have 10 packages, just like we had 10 packages before. Okay. The prices are in US dollars versus being priced in Bitcoin. It's a big difference. And I promise you this, from an attractive standpoint, from an affordability, from a long-term perspective of being able to control the pricing in the system, it is a great, great thing. Now, some other things that you're going to see here, when someone actually joins a package inside of Global Credit Network now, they're actually going to receive credits, okay? So when someone comes in and pays $50, they're going to get these amount of credits that are paid directly to them, okay? Now, you're going to be able to use your credits on auctions. You can use them on games of the week. You can use them whatever you want. So think about this, where previously when someone came in, they purchased, they got the sports package as far as, the education, they got to participate in the GOWs. They would have to go back in there and buy more credits if they wanted them to be able to participate in the auctions, GOWs, and things like this. Right now, from day number one, as soon as someone starts, they're going to have some credits that they can use, okay? So they can use it for auctions, GOWs, or anything else that we bring out in the future. I mean, as many of you know, and I'm not going to get into this too much right now, but as you know, I mean, one thing that we are going to be introducing is a travel platform. Now, obviously, just like sports, the travel side of anything has been crushed pretty bad, right? But we have an amazing platform that we can introduce into Global Credits Network as well from a travel perspective, and we will be doing that. We just want to get things launched here with the way that they are and the way that we're moving forward. Now, one thing that you can see here, we do have a monthly fee that's going to be charged $25 paid monthly, okay? Now, I want you to think about this, okay? Some of you are going to see that monthly fee and go, oh my God, I can't believe they're charging a monthly fee. I hate monthly fees. That's okay. You don't have to pay it. You don't have to participate. But here's what I know. Most monthly fees are what? $90, $100, $120, $150. Some are even more than that. $25 a month gets you in the business. Now, in addition to that, okay, for the $25 a month, we're going to give you 25 credits every single month, every single time that you pay that, okay? So you're going to be able to use your credits, 25 credits. Again, you can use them on GOWs, you can use them on auctions, whatever you want. But when you pay that $25 monthly fee, you will be getting something for it. It will be credits to be able to do with what you want, okay? So just to go back here so you guys can see the pricing, we start at $50, go all the way up to $25,000 to the G10. That would be the very highest spot. The credits that you're going to receive for each one of these, and all platforms have the same exact monthly fee. Now, here's the deal. As we introduce new products, new opportunities, these things, there might be new packages created, or there might be new monthly fees that you can participate in, or something like that. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. I just want to let you know the future of where we're going. As we introduce travel, as we introduce other entertainment products, there's some real advantages here to being able to do business like this. So just as I said, everything is in US dollars, even though we are paid in Bitcoin and we pay out in Bitcoin. Just want you to completely understand that as we move forward here, okay? Now, as I said, there we are. Now, here's where you're going to want to pay attention to what we have going on, because here's what we're going to get to as far as the nitty gritty in regards to the compensation plan. I think I was pretty clear on my messages that I sent out, my videos, that we would be changing the comp plan, right? We would be moving into a way that makes a lot of sense. And, one of those ways is to create instant income for you. And here's the deal. I mean, I don't care where you're at in the world here today. We've all been affected by what's been going on. We know that. We all are have our different issues when it comes to getting paid, and all of us need to get paid. We need to get paid as soon as possible. One of the biggest things that I made a commitment to as we were redoing this and looking at the direction that we wanted to go, I wanted to create a way that really took the company out of the equation when it comes to you receiving your money. Okay. Now, I want you to think about this, okay? Because when I say these things, you're going to be looking at me going, my God, he's explaining himself. But how many times have you seen a company out there that, they never sent the commission, or the commission comes late, or whatever it is, right? And it affects you and your family. I've been on both sides of it. I've been on the side where I was expecting money and didn't receive it. And I've been here on this side as well, where we had commissions that we needed to send out or whatever it is, and we couldn't do it on time. You've seen it. We've been through it. From my perspective, I want to release that responsibility, and I want to make sure that you get paid when you're supposed to get paid, instantly and directly. And the only way to do that was to create a platform that actually paid you directly, okay, in a peer-to-peer system, but with a product, okay? So everybody knows we have amazing products and service, and we're gonna go through some of that here in just a second. But what I wanna do right now is I wanna introduce what is the new comp plan for GCN, how it's going to affect you and your family, okay? So here we go. What we are introducing here are two different types of matrices that are built into our system. We have what we call the GeForce 1 matrix and the GeForce 2 matrix. And I know many of you have probably seen some of these plans that are popping up around there. Here's what I know, okay? What I know is this: these plans work for those people who want to work. You will never see a plan that moves quicker than this, that can pay you more than what you're going to get right here and what you're going to see right here than what I'm going to show you today. Some of you won't like it. It's okay. You don't have to do it, okay? But for those of you who do and you can see it, you're about to see a way that you can create instant income. So here's the deal. Instead of waiting days and days and days to think that you're going to double your income or double your Bitcoin or whatever it is, why not just do it today? So here's what I want to introduce to you first. There's two different types of matrices. There's one, what we call a 1x3 and a 2x2. And what I'm going to show you is exactly how they work, how it's going to benefit you, and how you can start earning income as soon as this is live, okay? So here's the deal. This is you at the top of your GeForce 1 matrix, okay? So when you come in, you're going to simultaneously join the GeForce 1 and the GeForce 2. So when you pay $50, 25 of it will go into the GeForce 1 and 25 of it will go into the GeForce 2, okay? And we're going to get to the GeForce 2 in a second. The GeForce 1 is all about your personal referrals, okay? So whoever you refer into this business is who's going to show up in this matrix, all right? So here you are at the top, and the first two people that you refer here, they're going to pay you instantly and directly. So that money's not going to go directly to the company and then come back to you. It's going to go instantly and directly to you. Now you're going to earn 75% of whatever the amount that they come in at, okay? So everyone will start at the $25 package and they will work their way up. Now listen, I'm going to get to how this is going to affect you personally right now in your package, okay? So just relax, and we'll get to that here in just a second. But just know, as we get started here, this is you at the top. The first two people that you refer, you're going to receive 75% of the commission. So let's just use the $100 package. If you were at the $100 package, you had two people that you referred that each paid $100. They're each going to pay you $75. Okay. The other $25 is going to go to GCN, and GCN is going to be able to create the auctions that you see, to create the events that we do, and all those things. So 75% is what you're going to get paid on the first two people. Now, the third sale that you refer, this sale right here is going to be paid to whoever brought you into the company. Okay. Your sponsor, they're going to receive 75% of that sale. So again, if this is a $100 package, they would receive $75, your sponsor. Now, when this happens, it creates what we call a cycle, okay? And a cycle is nothing more than you getting a brand new matrix that you get to fill up again, okay? That's the 1x3. It's that simple. The first two go to you. The third one goes to your sponsor, and you just get to keep doing it. Now, here's the amazing thing. If we go back here just for a second, I want you to look at these packages, okay? So look, the $50 mean that you have $25 on GeForce 1 and $25 on GeForce 2. You join these in the order in which you want to, okay? So you're gonna start at 50. Everybody will start at 50 and they will build their way up. Now, most of you already have you're gonna have multiple matrices already set up. But what I'm telling you is this is not just one way for you to earn. This is 10 different ways for you to earn, because you're gonna have a matrix on every single package that we have here, okay? And the key thing is that this money goes directly to you. It never comes to me. It never comes to our company. It goes instantly and directly to you. That's 75%. Okay. So this is all based on what your personal people do. So 1 and 2 to you, 3 to your sponsor, and you get to do it again, right? There's no limit to the amount of cycles that you can have on any of the packages that we have. So look, you have some people at the $50 level. You have some people at the $25,000 level. What would that be? Like 18,750? I don't know. I did that math in my head. Don't quote it. Okay. I'm just saying, if this is a $25,000 package, I think you're going to get paid $18,750 on these two. Imagine how your sponsor is going to feel when they get paid on that third one right there, and creates a cycle for you to get to do it again. Pretty amazing deal, right? Now let's get to the GeForce 2, okay? The GeForce 2 is all about your teamwork, okay? Where the GeForce 1 is all about your personal efforts, right? That activity that you have to do. The GeForce 2 is all about what you're going to put into the business as you work with people. Now, you got to remember, with Global Credits Network, this is a worldwide opportunity, right? So you can do business in any country in the world, which allows you to really, leverage people, right? Leverage their skills, leverage their networks, everything like that. So The way that works like this is this, okay? We're going to use the $100 level again, just because I can do that math really simple in my head. So this is you at the top. The structure is a little bit different, okay? As I said, this is a 2x2. So there's 2 people directly underneath you and then 4 people directly underneath that for a total of 6 positions. But here's the way it works, okay? When you get started here, let's just say you're at your $100 matrix. So you paid $100 to get started here. The first 2 people that come into your matrix are going to be paid upline, okay? So they're going to be paid to whoever's at the top of this matrix. Now, I want you to keep something in mind. You don't have to refer a single person into this matrix right here in order to be able to earn. I always say, look, I mean, it's obviously going to help your business if you do, but it's not required for you to refer people into this matrix in order to be able to earn. So these first 2 cells, they each paid $100. It's paid upline. Cell number 3, 4, and 5, these 3 right here, 100% of this is going to go to you. So 75% is actually going to be paid to you. Okay. So on the $100 example, you would receive $75 times 3 from number 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Really, really simple. So 1 and 2 go upline, 3, 4, and 5 are going to go to you. You're going to get 75% of that. So $75 for each one of these. Now the 6th cell that you make, here's where it gets really interesting. The 6th cell that you make is going to go directly to your sponsor, and it's going to create another matrix that you get to do this again. Now, I want you to understand the power of this, okay? Because as you start to personally refer people inside of these matrices, they will follow you, okay? This is a follow me system. So, if you referred all 6 of these people into this matrix, as soon as they cycle, they will follow you into your next matrix. And here's the deal. I'm going to do a more detailed explanation of this comp plan, okay? I'm going to walk you all the way through it. But for the sake of time and understanding, I wanted to show this to you today to show you how powerful this is. So, just going back here on the GeForce One, this is all about your personal efforts. Number 1 and 2, 75% go to you. Number 3 goes to your sponsor, right? That's 75%. On the GeForce 2, 1 and 2 are going to be paid upline to whoever's at the top of that matrix, which may or may not be your sponsor, by the way. Number 3, 4, and 5, you're going to receive all of this, right? Paid directly to you. And cell number 6 will be paid to your sponsor. Now, I want you to think about this, okay? Let's just assume, I've been using 100, but let's assume that this is $1,000, okay? That'd be $750 that you earned 3 different times here, okay? So you've tripled your Bitcoin right there just in these 3 spots, and you may not have referred a single person. Up here, you've doubled your Bitcoin just by referring 2 people. So, it goes back to the question of this and the thought process of, hey, as you're producing income for you and your family, would you like to sit there and wait for 120 days for a company to probably go out of business for you to double your Bitcoin? Or would you just like to refer a couple people and do it on your own? That's the opportunity that you have inside of the new GCN project and platform. And like I said, I'm going to break this down for you in such detail that when you understand it, it's going to be so simple for you. But I want you to look at this and the simplicity of which it has, but most importantly, the power, right? The power of knowing that, hey, my money's not going to a company and then I have to wait for it to come back to me, right? No, it's going instantly and directly to you. 75% of it. 25% goes to the company. Now, look, I know there's a lot of companies out there that are paying 100%. The truth is most of them have no products, no services, or anything like that. We have a legitimate product and service, and we literally are giving you credits when you come in here and purchase these packages, right? So there has to be income that allows our company to facilitate. Without it, we would just go away, right? So the bottom line is, I can't think of a better way to do this than to give you that instant and direct income to you to be able to create the longevity of our company. But there's one other thing out there that I want to talk about. There's that $25 monthly fee that we've talked about, right? And with monthly fees comes residual income. So I want to introduce you to the new GCN Builder Bonus, okay? This is simple to understand. All the people in your business will be paying $25 per month if they want to participate, okay? If they don't have to. Now, these monthly fees aren't going to start until day 30, okay? So you're going to have a full 30 days of no fees whatsoever. On day 30, or basically right around there, you're going to get a message reminding you, hey, your monthly fee is due. If you want to pay it, great. You will remain active and you will be able to earn. If you don't pay the monthly fee, you're not going to be active and you're not going to be able to earn, okay? Your commissions will just roll up to the company, just so you know that. But here's the deal. The GCN Builder Bonus, this is a typical, traditional, simplified unilevel, okay? It pays on seven different levels. So what that means is people that you personally sponsor into the business, when they pay their $25 monthly fee, you're going to receive 5% of it. When they go out there and they personally sponsor people, that would be your level 2, you're going to earn 5%. All the way down to the 7th level, where you will actually earn 10% on that 7th level, which is huge, right? So I want you to think about this, right? I mean, having the ability to create that instant and direct income is amazing. Everybody wants that. Everybody needs that. That's important, right? But also the residual component, something that is affordable to the masses. $25 a month, that's affordable to anyone who is wanting to start a business, but also being able to get paid on it. And in addition to that, receiving 25 credits. So you give us $25 for your monthly fee, we're literally giving you 25 credits back to be able to use in the auctions, to be able to use in your GOW. So it's a legitimate product there and service that you're going to be able to get. So just to recap here, we got the GeForce One, which is all about your personal referrals, right? You get paid on the first two. The third one goes to your sponsor. You get 75% of every single order that you personally refer in here. The G2 is all about that team building aspect. You don't even have to personally refer anyone into these matrices, and you can get paid on it. You can triple your Bitcoin right here, just inside of this GeForce 2 matrix, all right? So again, 1 and 2 get paid upline. You get paid on 3, 4, and 5, and 6 goes to your sponsor. So 75% of that. Do that math on 25,000 and see what you're going to get just by cycling one time in this GeForce 2 matrix. The GCN Builder Bonus, as I said, very simple to understand. 7 levels, you get a percentage of every single person that comes into your business 7 levels deep. When they pay that $25 monthly fee, that will be paid instantly and directly to you. Now, I want to point something out because I want to be as transparent and clear as we can, okay? Everything is paid instantly and directly, even the GCN Builder Bonus. However, okay, if you don't have at least $50 in there, okay, it's going to go to your internal wallet. And the reason why is because Bitcoin fees, I don't know if you guys have checked them out, they're super high, right? So, if you were to earn, let's say $5 and your fee was $2.50, that doesn't make much sense to pay it to you. So we're going to allow it to accumulate in your internal wallet. You'll be able to make a withdrawal request as soon as it hits that $50, and it will be paid instantly same day, okay? Everything else is paid instantly and directly to your wallet. It never comes to us, but just know that if you're under that $50 mark, especially on the GCN Builder Bonus, it will come to your internal wallet, and then we will pay that out, okay? Pretty simple to understand. Now, we also still have our credit sales bonus. There's going to be many of you out there that have people that want to participate in our auctions, that want to participate in the GOWs, that they don't really care about network marketing. They're not trying to build a business here, which is totally cool. Anybody that you refer, you're going to receive a 10% credit sales bonus directly to you. So I just used an example here. If you sold 1,000 credits, that'd be 100% instant commission to you. Again, everything's shown in dollars, but we know that it's going to come to you in Bitcoin, okay? So let's talk about the products and the services as we move forward here so you can have a complete understanding of really where we're going. Number one, GOWs, right? GOWs, I would say that if I had to pick any one thing, even above like the bonuses, the comp plan, everything, one thing that really drove our company were the GOWs. We had so many people that were so excited about the GOWs. Moving forward, we will continue to offer these, and we are going to absolutely crush it. I don't know if you guys know this, but the NFL is starting tomorrow. You guys remember what we did in the last NFL season. We are definitely going to do our best to replicate that. Nothing's guaranteed, but at the same time, what I can guarantee is a lot of fun. Now, educating you, okay? Here's the deal. Since there is no CAB bonus, okay, there is no CAB bonus, how do you make money? Well, obviously you make money by building your business and referring others, just like you would in any other network marketing company, referring others who purchase a product. That's the way it works. But here's the deal. What we really offer here that's going to be so unique to you is I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your own sports wagering platform, okay? I'm going to walk you step by step as far as setting up your account, creating your account. There's multiple sports books that you can work with, but I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Many of them will actually offer you free stuff, okay? So that would be number one. Number two, I'm going to be sharing with you the daily picks, just as we've been sharing with you the daily picks, but I'm going to give you the exact strategy that you need to use based on your bankroll every single day on what amount you should be wagering on these games. Now, I want you to think about something, okay? If you had an opportunity to refer someone to a business that there is a business behind the business, hey, I refer you, I get paid for it. But there's this whole other business behind the business that you can log into here. You don't have to be a sports expert. You don't have to be a handicapper. You don't have to have the knowledge. You don't even have to understand the money management skills, which, by the way, that's what it is all about. It's all about the money management. So being able to show you, hey, these are the games that we are taking. These are the percentages that you should have based on the bankroll that you have to place into these games. And if you follow that strategy, over the next 6 months, over the next year, my prediction is that you're going to make a tremendous amount of money, right? Versus 1% or whatever it is. What are you looking for? You're going to be able to see it. Now, here's the deal. We're going to get in deep into this and show you some of the things that you can do, but we're also going to talk about some of the downfalls. And the downfalls are people getting off track, not following the strategy. If there's a losing day, all of a sudden they start trying to wager more. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather. Try to wager more and do some of those things, right? We're gonna talk about all those things, making sure that you stick to the strategy, stick to the plan, showing you exactly how to do it based upon the money that you have and being able to move forward, okay? It's gonna be awesome. Now, we're also gonna be sending out Telegram notifications. There'll be notifications in your back office as well when new picks are placed and exactly what those are. Now, I'm going to tell you straight away, we probably will not put the picks on Telegram. We might, but the problem is that's a public platform, okay? I don't want people to actually be able to see the picks if they haven't paid for them, if that makes sense. So we'll talk about that, but you're going to have all that information in there. We're going to show you exactly to have a business behind the business that can earn money for you and your family outside of just referring people. The referring people, the buying the products and the services, those are obvious, okay? But here's a whole nother platform for you, okay? Now let's get into the daily auctions, okay? I believe that we never had what I would consider a fair shake at these daily auctions. We started to create some momentum. We started to create some excitement, but things never got to where they really needed to be, okay? I think part of that is because of the products. Part of it is because people didn't understand it. So a few things that we're going to be doing here is we're going to be really educating people on how to work the auctions, but there's some awesome things that we're going to be doing. In addition to, all the cool electronics and stuff like that we had, you guys know we did some cars. We did some vacations that were pretty cool. We're going to start having some crypto auctions where we're actually auctioning off, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron, whatever it is, where you can actually participate in that and be able to win that. Precious metals like gold, silver coins. We're going to be auctioning off some of that stuff, so you'll have access to it. Trips, travel, smaller auctions, which will be absolutely awesome. Not everything has to be like a $500 or $600 product, okay? It could be a $15 product that you may really want, that you don't buy on your own, but you want to participate in it. And that's going to give people that may not have as many credits the opportunity to participate. We'll still have our rookie auctions where only rookies can win, if it's first-time winners, and there's going to be a lot of improvements from the auction standpoint. But here's the thing that I always say, the more involvement that we have inside of these, the more participation that we have, and now the fact that everyone's going to be receiving these credits as soon as they purchase the package, I think we'll see a drastic increase in the activity in auctions, the more items we can bring. Now, we are definitely going to improve our shipping times, the process in which they go out, and things like that. So just know that that's there. And I'm telling you that the auctions that we're going to bring, I'm going to be working with some of the leaders here to figure out what are some other things that we can do inside of these auctions that might really attract people, get people excited about it. I think the crypto auctions, man, if I was just in that, because I love crypto, I would be bidding on those every single day. That's just me. Some of you might like gold coins or whatever it is. So some of you will be doing that. Now, let's get going here. Now, what does this mean to you? Okay, because a lot of you, even this is going to be a lot for you to handle, number one, okay? There's a lot of you that have already made up your mind that, hey, I hate James Ward, I'm not doing this stuff, and that's okay, that's cool. And then there's some of you who are like, wow, here's an opportunity. I make 2 sales, I made 150% on my Bitcoin. That's where some of you went there. Or, hey, I fill up my 2x2, I've tripled my Bitcoin. That's where some of you have went. Some of you went to a different place, right? So the bottom line is this. What does it mean for you? Well, number one, obviously, I've just shown you a way to start earning that instant income directly to your Bitcoin wallet, okay? And we're going to talk about the launch date and everything like that here in just 1 second, which, by the way, I say date like it's like forever out. It's not. We're really, really close, okay? But number two, you're going to have the knowledge, as I said, to create another source of income for you by our sports wagering platform, making sure that you implement the strategies that you need to be able to take it to the next level. Okay. I'm going to show you everything that you need to know. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to hold your hand and show you exactly how to do what you need to do to be able to create those returns on your own in your own sports wagering account. Okay. Which is going to be awesome. I'm telling you that right there, people will pay for it. I promise you. The people that are out there, people love that. They will pay for it, especially when they see our results. Now, you will automatically be placed in a package or level that you've already paid for, okay? Now, if you didn't pay for your original account, you're not getting an account until you pay, okay? It's that simple. So if you have an account out there that's free that, you know, you thought you were going to pay off with a cab or you thought you're going to, we're not doing that, okay? So if you haven't paid for your account in full, you know, the original account that you paid, not like making money and then those things, you won't have an account. Now, for those of you who did pay for your account, you're absolutely going to be placed in the matrix. Now, we're going to be releasing this, okay? So, you know, if you were at the highest level, obviously you're going to own every single one of these matrices. So you're going to have every platform there that you can earn income on. 10 different ways that you can earn all the way to the top, which is amazing. Now, again, that's assuming that you actually put the 5 BTC in, you paid us the 5 BTC to get it. There's many of you who think that you did that you probably didn't, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, a $25 monthly fee will not start until 30 days out, okay? So you don't have to worry about that for the first month. It's not gonna matter. But starting month 2, you know, you're gonna wanna make sure to have your team ready to rock and roll, because not only does it create some credits for them, it creates some residual income for you, and it keeps you active with being able to earn commissions, okay? So just keep that in mind. So let's get to this. I hope everybody stuck around for this, because I know this is what we want to talk about, the elephant in the room, okay? I'd much rather just be straight up and transparent with everything than, like, you know, sweep it under the carpet and not approach it, which I think a lot of you probably thought I was just not going to talk about this stuff, and that's okay. But here's the deal. We know that we have some past GOWs, right? We know that we have some past auction items, which, by the way, some of these auction items have started to ship. Okay. Some of the GOWs have started being paid out, and we will continue to knock those out. Now, you know, my intention the last time I talked to you was, hey, you know, we've got capital coming in. The idea is to get this knocked out, okay? With the pandemic, with sports shutting down, with our company not operating the way that it should, as you can imagine, those opportunities for capital went away. They just did. That's the reality of it, okay? They went away. So we're in the process here of me funding this, okay? And what I mean by that, this is literally all this stuff that you see. So the GOWs, the auction items, this is coming from me, right? And I'm going to be funding this. I'm not going to be taking profits from this company. I'm going to be sending back everything that we need in GOWs and customer, all those things. So when it comes to customer acquisition bonus, so the cab bonus, I think everybody knows at this point in time, there will not be a cab bonus. I know some of you want a cab bonus. It's okay, right? There are many, many companies out there that you can go and you can participate in and not do anything. And even though that was never our intention, having this type of bonus put us in the same exact category as everybody else, unfortunately, okay? It didn't matter how many times I said it. It doesn't matter, you know, if people really were excited, they wanted this to last. A lot of people took advantage of stacking accounts, trying to create as many different ways to earn with not doing anything. The cab bonus is no longer. It will not work in this business model. In fact, I don't know that it will work in any business model, because I think what it creates is a sense of basically laziness. Okay, and I know that's a lot. That's like pretty abrasive for me to say that. I don't really care. The bottom line is, people want to come and sit and do nothing. It's not there. So the cab bonus is no longer. I think everybody got that, but I wanted to address it so it's crystal clear. All right. So it's gone. Lion share. What some of you don't even know what that means. Lion share. As many of you know, I've been part of and out in front of a smart contract called Lion Share. Okay. And I've got a lot of questions on this. You know, a lot of people approach me on it. Let me tell you something, okay? Lion Share is completely different than GCN. There's no similarities whatsoever. Completely different industry. It's in the smart contract. It deals with an Ethereum and Tron. So it's a different platform altogether. I am definitely 100% invested in that. I am part of that. I am moving that in the direction it needs to go. But know something, GCN is my baby, okay? You will see me every single day inside of this GCN platform. I believe that this is a long-term approach. I believe that we have a tremendous product service that we offer here. And I believe that we're going to attract a bunch of people with this new platform platform. I really do. People are going to love the fact that this is peer-to-peer, that they don't have to rely on a company to pay their commissions. I wanted to talk about Lionshare, not to encourage you or invite you. I can guarantee you, you ask anyone out there, I didn't invite a single person from GCN into Lionshare. I didn't pick up the phone and call not one single leader about this and say, hey, you need to come join this. And the reason why is because I felt that would be a little bit of a conflict of interest, and it would also confuse people a little bit, right? Because, you know, we have a company here that's had the brakes on it for 5 months, and I'm over here trying to pitch another opportunity. That's not me, okay? That's not the way I do it, okay? So just note that that's out there. I know it's out there. I wanted to address the elephant in the room because I think that that's a big one. So past GOWs, past auction items, those things are being taken care of, right? I am personally taking care of those, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it. The customer acquisition bonus, no longer. Okay, it just does not exist. It will not work in any market. I don't care who tells you differently. Trust me, it's not going to work. Lionshare, already addressed it. No, don't need to bring it back up. It's something I'm definitely a part of, but has nothing to do with GCN. This is still my baby, okay? So with that being said, you know, I do want to welcome you back home. You know, I really am committed to GCN. I'm committed to changing as many lives as I possibly can. You know, when I look back at what we've been able to accomplish in a year, you know, I had a lot of fun. I mean, truthfully, the relationships that I've been able to make, the people that we've been able to touch out there has been absolutely amazing. And, you know, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who had faith and stuck with us. And I know, here's the deal. I know some of you are going to go. Okay. I know some of our very best leaders, this is not going to resonate with, it's not going to make sense to you. I want you to know something. That's okay. That's okay. I still consider you a friend. There's no hard feelings on my side of it whatsoever. If there are on yours, I apologize, but there's none, okay? There's none here. I want to give the best that I possibly can back to you, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to look at some of these questions and I'm going to address them, okay? The very first one that pops up, someone says, so what becomes BTC? I've already invested in GCN. Well, first of all, you didn't invest any money into GCN, okay? You bought a product and a service. So that would be number one. Secondly, you're going to be given a package at whatever level that you're at, okay? So you're going to have a platform immediately that you can step into and be able to start promoting and do it, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, here's the other thing I want to mention to you, okay? And I didn't really talk about launch date, okay? Launch time. Today, I don't even know what day of the week this is. Oh, this is Wednesday, okay? So this is September 9th. My anticipation is that we will be fully 100% live no later than Monday, okay? Monday of next week. I believe it could be before then, okay? But I want to make sure things are perfect, if that makes sense, okay? So just keep that in mind that next Monday would be probably the official launch date we're going to see, but I'm going to be in front of you every single day leading up till then, whether it be videos, emails, Telegram. Make sure you're following us because I will be blasting you and letting you know what's going on, okay? All right, so I'm going to go through some of these questions here and just see if there's anything that I can answer, okay? Mark, so you only make money on the sale of a new package. Well, Mark, here's the deal. It depends which platform you're talking about. Let me go back here, okay? On the G2, so the G2, you actually don't have to make any personal sales in this matrix to be able to earn, okay? People can fill this matrix up from above you or below you, and you can still earn, okay? So that's not entirely true. Now on the G1, yes, it's all about your personal sales that you make. Just keep that in mind. And then obviously, as you know, on the Uni level, it's based upon 7 levels of your business. So, you know, obviously you don't have to make those personal sales. There's really only one area that you need to make the personal sales, and that would be the G1, okay? All right, let me go through here. All right, I'm looking here, folks. Let me see what we got here. Oh, Josh is asking, hey, will auction items and GOWs be fulfilled prior to launch? No, they will not all be. I mean, I'd like to tell you yes, but that would be a lie, okay? They won't all be done. We are in the process of sending some of those out, but it definitely will not be all done. Oh, here's a great question. Does our current downline follow us into the new matrices? Absolutely. So, Mike, that's a great question. The way that it's going to work is everyone's going to start at the top of their own empty matrix, okay? So once the people inside of your organization cycle, they will follow you into your next matrix. But everyone that's attached to you right now will still be attached to you 100%, okay? Here's a question. With the GCN credit system, will the credits that are in our account be equal to the new credits we are receiving? Yeah, so that's a great question. If you have existing credits, yes, they will continue. You'll get to keep those in your account, okay? So you'll be able to use those for auctions or whatever else you want to. Great question. When will we be able to withdraw to our private BTC wallet? So everything's going to go instantly and directly to you. So you're not going to actually have to withdraw anything. Payments will go directly to your BTC wallet. They're not going to come here and then us send them out. They go directly to you. Okay, so that's instant and direct. Now keep something in mind. The only time that it will not go directly to you is if that payment is under $50. And the reason why, and I'm really talking about the monthly fees, right? Because some of those are going to be like, $5 or $2 payments, the fees will eat them up. It would literally cost money to send it to yourself. So those funds will go into basically your virtual wallet, which you'll be able to withdraw once you get there. Okay. Let's see here. Also, roll up. David just said roll up. Yeah. So here's the deal. You have to actually own a package in order to be able to earn on it, right? So when people are talking about roll-ups, they're talking about, hey, let's say that you're at the $100 package, but you don't own the 200 or you don't own any of the rest, okay? If a sale was to come in on any of those levels above you, those sales will roll up to whoever the next person in line is at that level. Now keep something in mind, okay? The key thing that you need to understand is you can upgrade at any time, okay? And your people will begin to follow you again once you go back into there. They just have to cycle in order to do it. And like I said, I will get deep into this comp plan and show you guys how powerful this is. I'm not just saying this. I mean this 100%, y'all. I don't think that there's a comp plan out there that can produce as quick of income and as instant as income as this for you and your family, and can also have that longevity with the residual component and the ability to work with teams through the G2. That's the truth. I mean, like, I'm just telling you, I've seen every single comp plan in the world out there. I believe that this is it. Let's see here. All right, Gossett, thank you for saying that. He loves the new model. Great presentation. In reference to the comp plan, let's say, for instance, I'm at the $100 level and I refer someone who jumps into the 25K package. Would I earn up to 75% of the $100 level? Yes, exactly. Okay. You would be able to earn whatever package you own up to, you would be able to earn. So great question. David, can we expect some GOWs or auctions before launch day? Well, funny you asked, David. So as I mentioned, we do have NFL starting tomorrow, okay? So don't think that we won't be putting out some information for you guys in regards to the games that we're playing and some potential GOWs if there's some there to take, okay? So just keep that in mind. Even though the new system may not be there, I'm going to be feeding you guys with the picks that you need, okay? Just know that. And here's the deal. I mean, and I haven't made this public, but our handicappers, I've been working directly with our handicappers even during this off time that we've had. So we still have the same exact handicapping team as we had before, and they're very involved, okay? I'm going through these questions. There are a ton of them. I'm going to do my best to answer all of them. What about our credits? Are they in our accounts? Can we transfer them over to BTC and withdraw them? Just like always, the only credits that you can withdraw for BTC would be withdrawable credits, okay? The rest of them you have to use on auctions or GOWs. I have a lot of existing credits. Can I use them for GOWs on the site? Yeah, Matt. So if you have credits, you're going to be able to use them for any of the auctions or GOWs that come out. Absolutely. In Builder Bonus 7 levels, I don't know what that question is. That was just a comment. Okay. Let's see here. I'm answering some of these questions, so I'm skipping over them. What's the most someone has earned per month? Well, Ron, since we haven't launched this yet, I can't really answer that. I mean, like in our old system, I mean, I know we had 6-figure income earners in a single month. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but here's what I can tell you. You absolutely can do it. Chris, thank you so much, man. I see you as a friend as well. I do have a full plate. And we will get through this translation. Thank you for the prayers, Chris. I appreciate that. In regards to 5 BTC position deals, Josh, I'm going to hit you back on that, okay? Let me hit you back on that personally. All right. Oh, we got some people saying they're fired up. That's awesome. I'm fired up as well. Will this be recorded? Yes, I did record it. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. I usually don't. I'm going to stop sharing this presentation so you can actually see my face here. I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's kind of boring me sitting here reading this. I just want to make sure I can answer as many questions as I can. Okay. So look, I know some of this information, just reading some of this, like some of you might be a little bit overwhelmed, okay, with like some of the specific things that I'm saying in regards to the comp plan and things like that. I know I kind of flew through it. So I'm going to make this commitment to you, okay? Before the launch, so over the next couple of days, I promise you we will have some more calls specific to the compensation plan so I can dig into it deep and really, really show it to you, okay? I wanted to go through this. I wanted to show you what it is, but here's the deal. There's a reason why some of these people that I recognize as huge leaders are excited right now. And I guarantee you, if you ask any person on this call, they would tell you that I did not answer one single question. I didn't ask anybody's opinion on this. And maybe that's wrong. I don't know. But the bottom line is they're seeing this for the first time, just like you are. And there's a lot of people excited. So let's get into this. Let me keep moving here. Mark F, how do you convert credits to a withdrawal credit? Well, so if you purchase credits and you either won something on an auction, that could be a withdrawal, or if you won a GOW. If you bought credits, you have to use them. We don't send them back out because that could get us in major trouble. It could almost be like a money laundering type thing. If we just allow people to purchase a credit, pay out a commission on it just for them to withdraw the credit, it would get us in a lot of trouble. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You have to use your credits before you can withdraw them. So Craig Brown's great question. Craig said, if you already have 6 people personally sponsored and they have active positions, does that mean that the system will start to cycle you right away? So Craig, the way it's going to work is, and the only way it can work is everyone's going to start at the top of their own matrix, okay? And when someone cycles, so one of these 6 people that you personally cycled, once they cycle, sorry, they will follow you into your next matrix, okay? So it will begin to pay you instantly. So think about this, those 6 people, if those 6 people cycle on either the G1 or the G2, they're going to follow you into your next matrix, right? So they will start to show up and you will start to earn some income from that. It's an awesome, I'm telling you right now, y'all watch, people are going to make a significant amount of money, okay? We're very excited to have GCN back and live. Looking forward to building the heck out of this. Awesome. Me too, man. Let's see here. David is very excited. That's awesome. Me too, David. So grandfathered packages credits will be used on GOWs and winnings can be withdrawn as BTC. So let me just be clear on this because I see a lot of questions coming in on this. And I think that most of it's just like was probably a lack of understanding before. Okay, so here's the way it works. When someone comes in now and purchases a package, they're going to receive credits. Okay, I already showed you that. But in addition to that, for those of you who might have purchased credits in the past, you have credits that are there and available to you. Okay, so if you go out there and you participate in a GOW or you participate in an auction or anything like that, you're going to use those credits. If you win the auction, awesome, you win the item. If you win a GOW, then those credits become withdrawable. So just keep that in mind, but you do have to use them, okay? And once you use them in your back office, there's a link right there that says withdraw credits, okay? When can I get the recording? Josh, I will get the recording to everybody ASAP. We'll upload it to YouTube. I will send it out on email, and we'll also put it on Telegram, okay? So, man, it looks like I answered every single one of the questions. Any other questions before I'm going to say just a final couple words here, and then we're going to get this going. Everybody's really excited. Man, I got to tell you, I'm excited as well. And more importantly, I'm excited just to be part of this again. Now, I know that sounds really weird, but you know, I truly see a lot of you as my family, and I mean that like 100%. And I'm excited to get this thing going again, right? I'm excited to be, as soon as this pandemic gets out of the way, having our live events, doing the things that we do, because you have to go back to this, okay? You know, think about this. Think about this now. We now have a way that you can earn instant and direct income. You're never going to have to worry about, hey, is the company going to send me my money? You're never going to have to worry about that, right? Because it's going to come. With the exception of obviously the GOWs and some of the things that are out there that I was very upfront about, you're never going to have to worry about that. You've got a product and a service now. When people come in and buy it, they get credits for their purchase, right? They can immediately start working on the auctions, right? That's pretty cool. Now, in addition to that, they can do GOWs. And the bottom line is these GOWs are so much fun. So I'm excited about that. But I know for a fact that we're going to take this thing to a new level. We have some things, David Francis did an amazing job at helping us translate many different things. So there'll be many different languages that we're going to be implementing. The video that we have still works. We'll have to do a new comp plan video. We already have a new comp plan PDF, but there's so many exciting things that are going to be coming that we can really take this to the new level. So, I want to tell you, thank you for everybody taking the time to come out here. There's a lot of excitement that's going to be happening. Make sure to plug into the emails. I know you haven't been used to checking them. That's really the best way that we can communicate that in Telegram. So make sure to come out, make sure to check it out. I really, really appreciate everybody taking the time to come in here and listening to this. I'm fired up. I was a little bit nervous, but at the same time, it is what it is, right? And I know we can move forward as a company, and it's just going to take leadership like y'all coming out here. So I'm going to repeat this. If you've reached out to me personally, and I haven't gotten back with you in the time that you wanted, please don't take it personally. It's not, I promise you, it's not personal. Most of you know me well enough to know that that's not the case. There's no hard feelings. There's no anger. There's no madness. There's nothing like that. It's just that I needed complete clarity along with some other stuff that's going on. But it's all good, okay? So listen, I appreciate each and every one of you. I just had someone say, I missed it. When's the launch date? I expect that everything will be ready like this week, truthfully. But I'm anticipating that like Monday might be the official launch date. But I'll continue to keep you all posted on videos, on emails. This is Wednesday, so we have a couple days here. I just want to make sure that when we do go live, things are perfect, okay? I want to make sure that they're right. So in order to do that, we just need a couple days here. All the programming's done. I mean, everything's done for the most part. There's some design things and stuff like that that we're working on to make it even better. But listen, thank you all so much. I didn't mean to keep you an hour and 7 minutes. I look forward to chatting with y'all. Thank you for your time. Everybody who came out and supported us and stuck with us, we really appreciate it. So you guys have a fantastic day. Be on top of the emails and the Telegram, and thank you all so much. All right, appreciate it.